It's Quartararo and Danilo Petrucci. Franco Morbidelli, Jack Miller and Cal Crutchlow are on row 2. And Ducati wildcard Michele Pirro round out row 4. Row 5 led by Alex Rins, way down in 18th place. Zarco, Mir and Cyrene on row 7. Miguel Oliveira and Andrea Iannone on the
few going for a hard rear, including Marc Marquez. Only one rider on the grid has opted, has led into turn 1 because he's been on that front row, and his new plan this year has been to break away. 5 podiums now tied with Australian legend Mick Doohan, 20 poles. He broke to Simon Craver, who's grabbed Petronas SRT boss Wilco Zeelenberg ahead of this Italian Grand Prix. Simon.
Podium. So this, normally causes trouble, you know, so, but for sure they have the pace.
Power, they will get swallowed up at times down that start-finish straight.
Fascinated to see how this one unfolds, Steve. Really, management race, it's impossible to push 100% from the start because the tyre wear, the rear tyre consumption. Ducati going for the hat-trick. Andrea Dovizioso victorious in 2017, his first dry race.
Chapter 6, Mugello, and it's ready for action. 23, top left corner, and away we go. Good start there from the second row for Franco Morbidelli, not so.
Brilliant start then by Andrea Dovizioso, awesome start by Desmo Dovi, already up 6 places from...
Brilliant start himself from 6th then, but Dovizioso is the man that got away best. Nightmare for Rabat, but he's just about got out. There's
exactly where he wants to be, position A in the lead.
Nightmare start for Petrucci. Danilo Petrucci thought about a move on his Kez there.
You're right, Steve. Dovizioso and Quartararo have gone opposite ways at the start of this race. Dovi
up a couple of places, but not really enough.
Not the first time this year, Steve, that Fabio Quartararo's fluffed the start. He did it on this first lap, and now he leads the charge against Marc Marquez.
Marc Marquez might well be surprised if he sees that number 4 car.
Second, he went into that final corner. He's now in 5th place. Jack Miller with some absolutely phenomenal slips.
Saw Renzo and Rossi 15th and 16th. It's Marquez, though, that leads from Dovizioso. Further pair of Dovizioso from 9th on the grid.
Well, that's that whole shot device working, an absolute treat, isn't it? It's 7th. He's about to be. I thought he was picked off by Paul Espargaro as well. Not inside the top 10. Vinales is through.
The factory Suzuki rider. He had good pace in free practice 4 the other day as Petrucci goes back through on his old team.
9:07. It's getting tight between the two men who are in a tight battle to try and be Andrea Dovizioso.
Sorry, from Jack Miller to Alex Rins.
Really impressive that lap by Pecco Bagnaia. He's running a real strong pace on that Pramac Ducati, just at the back of this lead group of 9. Yamaha extreme anybody, they're going to get past. Fabio Quartararo's had the fastest Yamaha all weekend, but even he has been...
Davide Brivio said to Simon down there that he was hopeful of a podium today, and his man's well placed in 4th.
Into their own, they are the masters of tyre management. That's a little bit of a grey area of concern, perhaps for Danilo Petrucci,
who's actually must have made a mistake himself because he's just dropped way that Quartararo.
For Alex Rins has meant he's had to show his overtaking prowess in the first 5 races, and he's done it again here. Beatty, the Australian, for the last time at Suzuki, was on the podium here in Mugello.
Looks like he's going to make... Not on this occasion.
There's only 2 riders out there in this race on the hard rear tyre. And Jack Miller's Ducati, well, Petrucci's got him, and Miller might do as well. Well, Suzuki's not slow. Motorcycle's not slow, but the horsepower advantage from the Ducati clear for all to see. Right. Yeah, you're right, Steve. Quartararo's last lap was a mid-148, nowhere near the pace that he needs to be. He was a good half a second. Well, he's being kicked while he's down, and Danilo Petrucci, he's put Andrea Dovizioso, and then Valentino Rossi.
Well, he's down in last place, so something big has happened.
Just in front, Danilo Petrucci. He came over the line at the start of this 5th lap in 4th place. He's taken Rins.
Also trying to make it into Caddy 1, 2, 3. Marquez, though, pounces back on Dovi through turn 3.
Suzuki's are coming to the fore as well. Alex Rins, in the blink of an eye, Marc Marquez has gone from 1st down in
3 from him. That's not bad at all at this stage of the race. Dovizioso 2nd, then Miller. It's a
0-1, so he's already 0.3 of a second faster. So then, some big questions being asked. The biggest fight he's had since the opening night in Qatar on his hands here.
Ducati, Suzuki. And Dovizioso does lead then. Can he hold it though into turn 1?
That was tight. How tight was that between Rins and...
Definite contact between the 43 and the 93.
Yamaha having a nightmare day. Quartararo fluffed the
3-1. Jack Miller in 4th place.
That was tight between Marquez and Rins as well, though. Marquez will have no idea just how close, you know, that adjust your braking markers. It was really tight, and then it did get seriously tight between Miller. His modus operandi in the past, Steve, has been sometimes to get to the front and then just slow the pace.
He started 9th on the grid. Did he expect to see himself, as we complete lap 7, first place, down to the start?
We've got only 8 laps into this Italian Grand Prix. And while Petrucci Marquez...
Crutchlow's starting to get into contention now as well, while these lot chop and change.
Exactly.
That's for sure. This is what happened earlier. We just missed the incident there from Rins and Marquez, but then watch this contact between Miller.
He was in a little bit wide at contact, and Rossi has gone down. Well, the doctor's disaster is...
At the front as well. Dovy's in wide at the final turn of Baccini, and Danilo Petrucci comes through on him.
Marquez can turn in. He'll hope that Petrucci runs wide and can do him on the cutback, but Petrucci got it absolutely nailed. Not really made any kind of overtake. He's just happy to watch the drama unfold in front of him.
Again, wide from Dovizioso. All of a sudden appeared out of nowhere as well. What a ride from the rookie.
Yeah, he dispensed of Taka Nakagami, and as last year, of course, when Marquez remounted in 16th place, that was the last time Marquez came
up ahead of Nakagami and Quartararo, who's starting to creep into this as well. And now here comes Rins again, and he moves up into
gear. Surely he's going to blitz by the Suzuki, and with the 2-bike slipstream, Marquez, has he got
turning bike and can turn like on a sixpence on that Honda.
It's unbelievable. Nakagami and Quartararo are coming back into this as well. The lead group of 6, when we started this lap, is about to be... He's time managing this. He stays managing this race. The fastest lap of the race was by Petrucci of 47.7 of the race, although he's been picked up there by Rins at Corantaio. That was right in front of the Ducati grandstand.
To get swallowed up by Danilo Petrucci on the Ducati. It is a fantastic race here in Italy, and it's big.
GP action, reminiscent of a Moto 3 race, and it's now Danilo Petrucci that leads the way. 4 seconds. It is like Moto 3.
Alex Rins just loves that move into turn.
He was just holding him up. I just wonder here in this race where Alex Rins has gone into Qatar mode as well and thinking, I've got the better Alice, who was looked way out of it. He's still in this podium battle, and race pace all weekend, man, to hit your braking markers and carry your normal lines, but he's not out of this yet, Vignales. A long, long way to go.
Nothing wrong with the speed of that Honda this year, is there? Screams past Alex Rins. They break down into turn 1.
To move and anybody in front of him. Traditionally, when he's in these group battles, Steve, Cal Crutchlow has real issues with comes Marc Marquez in 3rd. Is there an opportunity appearing for the Repsol Honda rider now with 2.4 seconds covering the top 10? Behind this lead group, it's Piero Polispargo, Lorenzo. Losing the front at Arrabbiata 2.
An arm being raised there from Dovizioso, or was he pulling off a tear-off? I'm not quite sure, but either way, Marc Marquez trying to challenge, and the bike's smoking away here as well, so it must have caught fire.
Well, there's that, a mechanical at the corner before he ran off, and then on that dirty part of the circuit, well, the front end just washed out. So, see, look what happened, Steve. Petrucci got back to the front, and straight away, he was like, OK, I'm not having this. I'm getting out of it, with tyre preservation in his mind.
Thing is, though, does Petrucci want to
race? He's been loading himself up with antibiotics, a real nasty bout of the flu, bereft of energy. How much horsepower, how much grunt to carry through RC213V this year. That is just something that...
Number 1, Alex Rins is still there. Jack Miller's just stretching at the moment to try and stay with this group.
The quickest of the top 5 last time around actually was Jack Miller in 5th. He did a 40...
Into Corantaio, Petrucci, Marquez, Dovi and Rins.
We're only just over half race distance. Has he made the move too soon in terms of time? And Miller just struggling as well himself. Miller couldn't get in the 147s last time around.
He won 2. Still plenty of time left in this race here in Mugello for round 6 of the World Championship. And that will be a bit of a humbling defeat for Cal if Nakagami beats him here today, although he is feeling a bit worse for wear after
that. Into Scarperia, then it's still Petrucci that's making the headway at the front of this Italian Grand Prix. They're
still better on last year's bike. And Nakagami doing a good job on that, and Crutchlow, yeah, really running into a bit of chop. A bad start and real speed issues for the Yamaha mean that they're not making much headway.
So he's hanging on in there, is Jack Miller.
So it posted the fastest lap. We'll come back to you in a moment, Simon. Jack Miller, well, he's got an awful...
Just set the fastest lap of the race. He was really trying to force the issue back for the podium. Back to you, Simon.
Without doing that, because the edge grip is the first to drop off. So basically he's learning.
A bad day at the office for Pramant Ducati. Jack Miller and Pecco Bagnaia then crashing out of the lead group.
San Donato, he can just about.
Viñales has got through on Quartararo, just has not beat to force the issue and get his first top 6 of the year as well. That's going to escape Fabio Quartararo. All part of the learning curve, which is pretty weaving on that KTM RC16. How often do we see that? It's been another good effort here by
Marquez, number 4, Dovizioso, number 42, Rins. There's a big gap then back to Nakagami, who's on for one of his.
Already the favourite to get that ride, keep that ride over Jack Miller. But if he wins this Italian Grand in the paddock, Steve, but all around the world, he's one of the most likeable, lovable characters on the MotoGP grid. You're not Danilo Petrucci. He's still got Marquez, Dovizioso and Rins pegged behind.
Didn't have bad pace. Let's have a look back at there. Just trying to find a way to get himself back up into the top 8. Here we go, back to
wear down Danilo Petrucci. Both of these two top men on the track right now.
Might just be quite happy at the moment to save a bit of tyre here for the last couple of laps. You almost get the feeling that turn 1.
Well, he grabbed the inside bit of tarmac, Andrea Dovizioso. He knew if he kept it for Dovizioso that day, Marc Marquez has already out of contention at this stage. He's right in contention this year.
He to 2. Marc Marquez then pumped down to 3rd. Alex Rins still there in 4th. Petrucci got a bit of tyre life, looks good. Into Correntallo, where there would be some serious noise. Marquez looking to get himself now in line to pull off a bit of slipstream. And that's a sorry sight here in Mugello.
And Dovizioso's made it stick. Andrea Dovizioso with 4 to go, strikes and hits the front. What does
Catalunya one in it in favour of Dovi. On board now with Marc Marquez in 3rd.
And the championship this year, how much risk will he take, bearing in mind it's his team?
Yeah, Petrucci, he made it clean, good move. Number 9 back in front. Marc Marquez though, now looking
very, very pensive, looking very, very apprehensive. You can understand why, because it's a Ducati 1-2 still. Slipstream, will it happen yet again? It does. Dovizioso, 220.
Thank you so much to Dovizioso for believing in me, and he's helped me a lot, but he's not going to get any more favours now. Challenged these guys for the last couple of laps.
Problem for Alex Rins is these guys are no mugs in the corners. He's down the start-finish straight, so a bit of a conundrum coming their way of Alex Rins here. How can he...
It's to 2 laps to go. It has been hands down the best race of the season so far. A lot closer.
Absolutely outstanding job. Taka Nakagami's in 5th place on the Idemitsu LCR Honda. He's
out of contention with a couple of laps to go.
He can't get close enough to slipstream, that's the problem. The Honda can slipstream the Ducati and just had to use and abuse his tyres up a little bit faster.
Lost out on victory agonisingly on a couple
to be in a better position though than this to win the Italian Grand Prix. His first as a factory Ducati homeland in front of the Ducati grandstand at Correntallo. The Ducatisti are going to be going wild in about 2.
We begin the final lap of the Italian Grand Prix, and they are going to be 3 abreast by the limit.
Them almost had contact. Petrucci ran the title line, picked up Dovizioso, he picked up Marc Marquez.
Petrucci, Marquez, Dovi, Rins. Dovi will not want to finish 3rd here. Oh, I thought he was going to have
victory in MotoGP here in Mugello. Marquez and Dovizioso, though, are piling on the pressure up into...
Going to pull off the move here? No, Dovi's getting close as well. We're entering the final sector shortly.
Well, it's 3 corners away from his first Grand Prix victory. Can he hold firm into Puccini? Can he hold the slipstream off from Marc? The final corner.
It's all about the slipstream. Rins is challenging Dovizioso. It won't be a win for them. The checkered flag is out here. GP winner at last, and he will tear the roof off Mugello.
What a run. In 3rd place, Alex Rins, a gallant 4th. Taka Nakagami, a stunning 5th. Viñales rounds on MotoGP. Toiling on uncompetitive bikes, Pramac Ducati gave him a chance. As you'd expect, art flowing, overcome with emotion. What a way to...
Mugello, this is the 2nd best result they could possibly get. What does Gigi Dall'Igna make of it? He's down.
Congratulations.
Huge congratulations. This is the big moment then. Marquez managed to get the slipstream, the double slipstream, but what's this? Close. Wow, I tell you what, a more popular winner in the Grand Prix paddock.
Yards away from the checkered flag, and there it is. Marc Marquez just ran out of time, couldn't get in the slipstream. Both of the Ducatis going into San Donato, he must have thought, yeah, I've top
3 different winners.
Don't want to be too presumptuous, but I think we can pretty much categorically say that appearance. Marc Marquez, though, will get the 2nd place trophy, the reigning world champion, the World Championship. But if Mugello had a roof, it will about to be lifted and run with the race winners trophy to Danilo Petrucci, the 28-year-old Italian, his 8th podium finish. About mid-race, but the headlines will go to one man. Danilo Petrucci break firstly. Vinales rounds out the top 6 with the Ducati wildcard, Michele Pirro 7th. Crutchlow, Polisparga.